Sandy, our coworker, friend, colleague, is the newly elected president of the Monroe County Bar Association, a tremendous accomplishment, hundreds of years of very powerful and influential lawyers here in upstate New York who have been presidents of the Bar Association. So first of all, congratulations. And second, tell us what does that actually look like? What's the job do and what's it mean for our community and the legal community?
It's a great honor. Thank you for the congratulations. So the bar is the voice of lawyers in the community. And the bar provides tremendous services to the public. If people have complaints about their lawyers, whether it's the quality of representation they received, or sometimes they have issues with the fees that they were charged, they come to the bar. And the bar does an investigation, gets the parties together, tries to mediate the matter. Sometimes it arbitrates the matter and issues a decision. And we deal with the clients every day. The bar tries to serve the unrepresented public by trying to find them lawyers when they need it. There are many people who feel they have issues or cases, they cannot find counsel. So we try to refer them to lawyers that are on our panel. And we're trying to serve the needs of the people that otherwise go unmet. We advocate for the lawyers in the community. We advocate for the judges in the community. You know, when a complaint is made because somebody doesn't like a ruling that a judge made and it ends up in the press, judges don't fire back and defend themselves. But it's the duty of the bar to educate the public on what the law is, what the role is of the attorneys, and what the role is of the judge. The judge's decisions are based on the law. Now, they may make a decision and a higher court may overrule them, and that's fine. But the bar is there to support that process. We are there to ensure that there is access to representation, there's access to justice. We want to make sure that the process is followed, whatever kind of a case it is. We have a President's Commission on Access to Justice to ensure that their needs are being met from a legal standpoint. We advocate for proper representation. The bar is there to do the things that many people don't see, and that includes some of the lawyers. They don't understand what our role is.
I think it's a wonderful organization. We're really proud to support it. People don't realize being a litigator, you do this every day. You literally have conflict for a living. What that is like, every single phone call we make is adversarial in some nature. What that will do to you as a person. And you talk about the old school way. People, that's what we say, the way it used to be, how lawyers interacted with each other. And some of that, I think the practice, even from when I started, has become a little more rugged. And you think, is that good for the clients? Is it good for the community? And is it good for the lawyers? And I would say maybe not. The Bar Association is the place where we can all come back to reality. When you were sworn in, it was a beautiful event. There's all these lawyers there, and you can interact with your adversaries in a way that we actually have a lot of common ground. Everything is more digital. We don't go to court as much as we used to. We don't see each other as much as used to. Downtown isn't what it used to be. So where can we build our profession? And the answer to that, to me, is the Bar Association, and people really need to remember to support that.
24 years ago, I moved to Rochester, started practice here. And the first thing I did was join the bar. Why? That's where you meet other lawyers, people that I necessarily wouldn't see on the other side of the table, people in other areas of practice, so that we could have a conversation. If somebody asked me for a referral on a divorce or an employment matter, I would know who to go to and because that's where I would see these people. We sat on different committees. Depending on your area of practice or specialty, you tend to deal with a lot of the same lawyers, and everybody's got a job to do, but it used to be a lot more collegial. Now I might end up with an attorney that I've never met or that's younger or what have you, and they think that every battle is the last battle, and it's not. When I spoke at my installation as president, I said that it's not a crime for people to have a conversation and just be able to communicate without really setting, a scorched earth policy. I ran into an attorney that I had tried my first case with 25 years ago, and we picked up like we were, literally we were old friends. We have a new case together. We're going to do what we need to do, but we can have conversations and be able to agree to disagree on some things. And sometimes that's what the courts are for, to decide for us. But there's nothing wrong with being able to have a conversation, to agree to do certain things and not be so hostile. There's really very little need for hostility in what we're doing. Every conversation, yes, we are on opposite sides, but we can agree to disagree like human beings. And the bar does a lot to bringing those people together, because our different committees, we come together, we're on different sides of cases, but we're serving the same cause. And I think a lot of it, that's where people really start to get to know one another, that we're not all bad, depending on what side we're on, and we can have those conversations.
So if you're in Monroe County, call the Monroe County Bar Association. If you're somewhere else, which most of you probably are, every county or city has a bar association. It's a fabulous resource. I can tell you it's been really good for our law office to be part of it, to support it. And it's not always obvious, I think, to young lawyers, what's this organization going to do for me? But it's a great way to meet really experienced lawyers who have seen a tremendous amount in a nice, welcoming place. So that's our plug for bar associations and our Monroe County Bar Association.